Denzel Washington is not just an actor. He's an institution all by himself, a legitimate owner of Hollywood's Mount Rushmore, if there ever was one. Let's have a peek into his life, peppered with some good old humor and satire. Born on December 28, 1954, young Denzel wasn't pulled out of a dramatics embryo, much to everyone's surprise. Instead, he hailed from Mount Vernon, New York, and enjoyed the rather juxtaposed childhood of having a Pentecostal minister father and a mother who ran a beauty parlor. One gave him sermons, and the other likely perfected his divine eyebrows. In a twist seemingly pulled from a script itself, the family dynamics shifted at age 14 with his parents divorcing. Young Denzel, bursting with teenage angst and potential, was shipped off to Oakland Military Academy in New Windsor, New York. Imagine trading Sunday sermons for a relentless drill sergeant barking orders. At the very least, it toughened him up for some Oscar speeches. Washington then meandered his way into Fordham University, dabbling in anything remotely intellectual before succumbing to the dramatic arts. It was a whispered secret among industry professionals that various departments of study were forming a support group lamenting his rejection. Nevertheless, the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco was where he polished his act, quite literally. Before he was rubbing shoulders with A-listers, he swaggered into the public consciousness through the medical drama, St. Elsewhere. Folks couldn't decide if they loved him as the competent Dr. Chandler or just loving imagining healthcare being that aesthetically pleasing. His silver screen breakthrough came as he slipped into the skin of Steve Biko in Cry Freedom, 1987. Hollywood gasped collectively, and the Academy just threw a nomination his way. But it was in Glory, 1989, where tears were shed on the battlefield and at Oscar ceremonies alike when he scooped up the coveted Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Entering the 90s, Denzel became a passport to cinematic opulence, taking audiences on transformative journeys. Whether embodying the fiery Malcolm X or wrestling with Denzel's facial expressions that could outact most plots, his filmography was as varied as his range. In 2001, he donned the role of the morally murky cop in Training Day, finally seeing that notorious envelope ripped open to declare him the best actor. Critics commented it was akin to seeing a saint wield a wicked smile, redefining versatility. Beyond acting, Washington sashayed into directing, creating works like Antwone Fisher, The Great Debaters, and Fences. Aptly steering away from bloated blockbusters, he focused on narratives where family, resilience, and social justice took precedence. His directorial ventures whispered softly, but carried a mighty punch. Outside Tinseltown, Denzel is known for his philanthropy, supporting organizations close to his heart, such as the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, retelling tales that this very institution was his savior, a saving grace that polished a young diamond to the maestro he is now. Regardless of the accolade, Denzel remains delightfully grounded, regularly attributing his career longevity and happiness to a higher power. His faith, which like a dramatic role he can't quit, has been his companion throughout. Facing future projects, there's no surprise he remains highly revered, allowing him the freedom to retire at his will, albeit planning such a catastrophe might actually break Hollywood